Hello and welcome back to my laboratory. Today we're starting off where we were before, as usual, of course. Now, that's still doing fine. We're still doing good on oxalate and everything. And what I think we're going to do is maybe work on expanding out our oxygen. Well, of course, we have to get up there and dump all that dirty water on our own head first. They've got better food now, so that's definitely good. Guys are idle. Why? You should be digging. Plus, I didn't even notice all of that is algae too. Okay, so let's... Okay, good. That went relatively well. Okay, let's slow things down just a bit. Okay, cut that so we can get access to all of that wonderful water. I definitely need to get up here relatively soon. Though overall, I think we're doing really well. We haven't progressed as much as I would have liked to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, Lindsay. Let's set you to something that you're not going to freak out at. Killing me. Suppose that just means we need to put in a little bit better decor. You can't really do that just yet, honestly. We'll eventually be able to get in there. Okay. So now what we want to do is dig out that. And then in here we're going to start our oxygen production. How is our oxygen doing? Okay, that's still doing great. Now it's not ideal coming in here and probably using this corner for a cooling loop, but it's kind of what we've got because we don't have the magic cooler or whatever we want to call it, thermonullifier. And then we do need to get atmosuits so we can go down to our hot biome and collect some of the spoils therein. Okay, do we have room for, yeah, we're storing it, we're just not picking it up right away. that got dug out. Let's dig out another... Actually, you know what? Let's dig out a 3 here. They'll take a bit of a hit to their morale as they come into this grossness, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Okay, so let's start this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to go down. Go and put it up here, here. Alright, there we go. Now hopefully they'll get on that relatively quickly. Once we get the bottom parts, we'll, I guess let's go ahead and put the mesh in. That way they can get up and down. Do we want to start another research just yet? Do we really want to get anything done, or is there anything that we're missing that we will need specifically for... Oh yeah, we need that. Let's do that. I suppose I would like insulated tiles, but I don't think we're quite to needing those just yet. So yeah, if they will start on that, while we start work on our oxygen production, that will definitely get us on the way. The question is, how do I get my cooling loop in and out? I could just widen this a little bit more and then just put a wall in between it. Eventually I'd like to, you know, seal it in really nice like, and, you know, have the transport tubes go in. That'll be a lot more efficient heat preservation, whatever you want to call it. You know, not paying a lot to cool and heat things that we don't want in that state. Now one thing is we have another resort. Do we want to put that anywhere? It would be nice to put that there, but it's not going to be permanent, that setup, so we might want to hold on to it until we can find a water geyser, which definitely doesn't quite look like we've found one just yet. That's something that we can keep our hopes up for. especially as we get our oxygen generation started, and if we can get a cooling loop for like internal oxygen, that'll be even better. Because like we can run through all of this, and then, you know, once we're out of algae, we're out of algae, but there's tons of little pockets of water all over the map, so, you know, we definitely want to take advantage of those. It'll get us a lot more oxygen than just the algae. And they're going nice and quick. Our priorities, it does look like it's all set up. Catalina, are you really only the one? Yeah, you really are only a cook. It's kind of unfortunate, but what can you do? Let's actually turn these guys off cook, because I only want her doing it. And as she gets better, she will get a lot of benefits. Yeah, that's definitely doing awesome. That's at a standstill right now. It doesn't look like our immune systems are too compromised just yet. One thing that I'm going to do before I start sending this anywhere is taking the what am I trying to say, is vacuuming it out, like taking or using one of the pumps to, you know, vent out into the world rather than into the exosuit dock. So, you know, we start from a fresh slate when we start pumping oxygen in. And we're also going to be digging out over here to get to our power, or to make our power. Okay, looks like that research is actually almost done. Okay, let's start putting all of our stuff in. Trying to put this in rather quickly, because we've made a few of these. Alright, so gas pipe's gonna come out here. Oxygen pipe's going to come out here. And we can reduce the spaghetti as we, you know, make things a little bit better and actually start digging out parts of the map as we, you know, need more storage space. Okay, looks like our stress is down. That's good. We could use to make it a little bit better. Let's see, are we missing any of the specific rooms that we need? We've got a great hall, we've got the barracks. We need the beds before we can move to better bedrooms, which we are going to give them nice little apartments. We really don't need a massage clinic. And really, that's kind of it. So yeah, Our room situation is definitely set up, at least for the moment. Probably going to need a little bit of an expansion on this. Maybe go with a second floor concept, I don't know. Probably not. Okay, looks like our power situation is covered, so we got it just in time to run that there. Let's see. So we got some iron. Let's check our decor. It's actually not too bad. And for the most part, we have cleaned up the floors, which is definitely a bonus. Eventually, I would like to set up some more storage. Maybe in here would work. Yeah, we don't really have any other use for this area. So we'll throw in a couple storage, you know? Especially out of, you know, like main view of where they're going to be. Be really funny eventually to start splitting these guys off, like giving them, you know, like a fortified bedroom that like they can get in and out of, and like maybe some other people can get in and out of, but like, you know, like it's their bedroom and it's closer to things that they tend to do, and like he'll have his own like powered exosuit dock so he can like, you know, shoot off to where he needs to go. There's a lot of different things that you can do if you stick with your colony long enough. One good thing is the next update for this game isn't actually going to change as much of the early game stuff, so we won't have to restart, so that's always a good bonus. So how are we doing on everything else? Food's doing perfect, I think. Our carbon dioxide situation isn't too terrible, just yet at least. It will be something that builds up over time, of course. Okay, so we are getting power. Or iron is what I was meaning. Next, do we actually want to go ahead and start building an area over here for power? Might as well, right? Let's build it 3 high. Not only is this going to be the power generation, but we're going to start storage for the extra hydrogen. We don't want to store too much of it. You know, probably go with 3 or 4 of the reservoirs, just so I can meter its use a little bit more effectively. But, you know, we want to start setting up a power system with that as soon as possible. That's going to power different things in our base that's already kind of running already. We just need to, you know, probably once we get exosuits, we'll start expanding our ladder system. We need to close this off and figure out what's in it. What else are we doing? Because we've got the exosuit dock down. Really, we're kind of just waiting for our oxygen setup. Actually, let's go ahead and get our storage started. Definitely making little bits of progress here and there. Lots more safe storage. Looks like we are taking care of most of the germs in here. Could probably do a little bit better, but I'll worry about that a bit more later on. Of course, as we get the exosuits, we won't care about it at all, so that won't be an issue. Okay, actually it looks like most of what they're going to do is sweep all of this up. But hopefully that will allow us to spread out our resources a little bit better. Looks like this might already be dripping water down into our area down here. We might want to be careful of that, especially as it gets down. If it gets any germs in it, we might be in trouble. Especially with our liquid lock, you know, kind of being our germ barrier. Oh, looks like we got another cold biome. That will be a good thing to check out here in the future. Let's keep going. I kind of want to get our oxygen room for the most part finished. I know we're not going to get anything, you know, flowing through it just yet. We've still got to get the atmosuits built and everything. But I also kind of wanted to get this one up so we could enable harvesting. Okay, looks like we finished building this. Let's wake Lindsay up. That little bit of micromanaging is a little bit tedious, but it's better than other ones where we have to like keep specific dupes out of an area because they'll just like die or something stupid. Because like a biohazardous dupe would come in here and just like his immunity would immediately drop to 0 or something stupid. Okay, so one thing I'd like to check, do we have... We do, we actually have 6. Okay, let's put a little bit of decor in here. That would be fine. They don't come in here very often, but one there would be perfect. And of course that will just be, you know, as they go project. They probably won't get to building all this until they finish building that because, do we have priority? Yeah, we do have proximity on. I figured by the time we're out like this, we're probably at that point. I'm not 100% sold on using copper ore. We might switch to gold when we rebuild those, but let's be a little bit stingy in the early game, at least until we know, you know, how much of each resource we're actually going to be getting over time. Okay. What is the stuffed berry? Yeah, we don't have the pinch of pepper nut just yet. Let's make 2. It's good that Lindsay can deliver her own stuff and it's like right there. Makes it a lot easier and faster for her. Oh, let's go to consumables. We don't want them to be able to eat meat just by itself. They do need to be able to eat meal lice. We're not making it into lice loaf just yet, and let's go ahead and turn them off. Oh no. We want them to be able to eat the gristleberry and the frost bun. Yeah. Everything else is fine for now. There's a lot of ways to make dirt as we go on, so we're not going to worry about that too much. I might actually want to go ahead and put another one of these in, just to, be careful. Might also be worth it to start a mushroom farm, at least a small one or 2 plots. If not, just to get some of this slime used up. But we'll see about that. Okay, next up is plumbing. Which we haven't really finished anything else, but that's fine. I think we're actually going to not do what I was thinking about. Eventually we're going to, dig all the way to the bottom and put the pump at the bottom, but until we have the suits, that's not our best bet. Alright. Let's put it on fast and do one more cycle, I think, just to hopefully get some things done. We're not going to go any longer than that. Okay, these are all within temperature now. Perfect. And we're definitely not backing up on water. Even better. It would be really nice to get people off of the manual generators, I think. Getting this put together. I kind of want to have at least one one of the gas tanks for the hydrogen set up to where it will feed back into like have that as our buffer tank for our oxygen or for our hydrogen, and then for our main power gen, and then send off the rest for our base power gen. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Big moves. Okay, we definitely have a lot of people who are really high on that tidying. Why is Catalina tidying? Is that who I'm watching? That's totally Catalina. She must be done cooking. I realized how bad that kind of sounded as I said that, but you know, she does like cooking. It is her interest. It's her thing. Eventually, hopefully, I can get a builder in here. I think that will be our next duplicate if I can help it. Just so we can. Of course, we really want our better oxygen supply first. We will probably even need a second one of these buildings before we can really bring in another dupe, I think. Of course, as we do that, we'll bring in more and more dupes, and we'll go faster and faster, and they'll spin wildly out of control, and we'll probably fail. But it's better to have too many dupes, you know, each focusing on their special task rather than a few running around trying to get a little of everything done. Alright, well that's going to be it for this episode, but thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe below to see more of the awesomeness. Let's see, no, I think that's it. But thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.